Evolution of Captain Marvel. X-Men, the animated series 1994. Carol Danvers, Ms. Marvel, appears in the episode A Rogue's Tale, voiced by Roscoe Hanford. At Mystique's behest, Rogue acquires Ms. Marvel's powers. While the latter is left in a coma, an echo of her remained in Rogue's mind and threatens to take over. In response, Jean Grey uses her powers to get inside Rogue's mind and seal the echo away to keep her from going insane. Following this, Rogue visits Ms. Marvel in the hospital and her brain activity is restored afterwards. The Superhero Squad Show, 2009. Ms. Marvels appears voiced by Grey DeLisle. This version is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent and superior of the eponymous squad. The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes 2010. Ms. Marvel appears in this series voiced by Jennifer Hale. She first appears in the episode 459, in which she encounters Mar-Vell and acquires her powers. As of the episode, Welcome to the Kree Empire, she has become Ms. Marvel and an agent of S.W.O.R.D. before joining the Avengers. Avengers Confidential. Black Widow and Punisher 2014. Captain Marvel appears with Hawkeye, Iron Man, Thor, War Machine that arrive and breach the auction hall. Together with Punisher, Hulk, and Amadeus, they battle the Leviathan troops. Widow and Elahas confront Orion, gain control of the switch and activate it, disabling all the active biosoldiers. Avengers Assemble 2015. Captain Marvel appears voiced again by Grey DeLisle. She first makes a non-speaking cameo appearance in the second season finale, Avengers World, as one of several heroes that Iron Man and Captain America consider recruiting into the Avengers before she appears in the third season, Avengers Ultron Revolution. In her self-titled episode, Captain Marvel teams up with the Avengers to battle a group of Kree soldiers led by Galen Corr, and becomes an official member of the team afterwards. In the fourth season Avengers, Secret Wars, Captain Marvel helps found the all-new, all-different Avengers. Marvel Superhero Adventures, Frostfight 2015. Captain Marvel appears in this Christmas special, voiced again by Grey DeLisle. She tells of how, when she was younger, she asked Santa for a toy plane for Christmas, but instead received tickets to an air show, where she got to sit in the cockpit of one of the planes. This inspired her to become a pilot, and what would lead to her being Captain Marvel. Guardians of the Galaxy, the series 2017. Captain Marvel appears in the second season in the episodes Stayin' Alive and Evolution Rock, voiced again by Grey DeLisle. In the first episode, after the Guardians steal Thanos' asteroid sanctuary from the Avengers, Captain Marvel, Captain America, Ant-Man, Iron Man, and Hulk activate the Avengers' automated defenses. The Guardians of the Galaxy must work with the Avengers to stop a satellite and save many innocent lives. Marvel Superhero Adventures, the series 2017. Captain Marvel appears in the first, second, and fourth season, voiced by Jacqueline Samuda. In the episode Way Outer Space, she teams up with Spider-Man to save the astronauts on a malfunctioning shuttle. Marvel's Future Avengers 2017. Captain Marvel appears in the first season in several episodes, voiced by Eriko Harada in Japanese and Erica Lindbeck in English. In the episode Who is the Winter Soldier? Winter Soldier's Identity, the Avengers are presumed dead in the explosion. In their absence, Captain Marvel, Hawkeye, and Black Widow are dispatched to stop an attack by the Masters of Evil, who have kidnapped a team of scientists to complete the Emerald Rain project. The heroes are overwhelmed and captured, and the leader reveals the Emerald Rain project is a plan to create a crystal from refined vibranium that creates new superhumans whose powers can be controlled. The Avengers suddenly arrive, having survived, thanks to Captain Marvel, absorbing the energy of Makoto's explosion and releasing it to fake their demise and deceive the Masters. With their schemes exposed, the Masters retreat, but Winter Soldier stays behind and has a confrontation with Captain America. Overwhelmed by his memories conflicting with his reprogramming, Winter Soldier escapes, but Captain America refuses to give up on his friend. Spider-Man, the series 2018. Captain Marvel appears in the second and third season in the episodes School of Hard Knocks as the real form, and Vengeance of Venom as the venomized form, voiced again by Grey DeLisle. This version is a member of the Avengers. Marvel Rising, Secret Warriors 2018. Captain Marvel, the ultimate inspiration for Band of Heroes, appears voiced by Kim Raver. Marvel Rising, Heart of Iron 2019. Captain Marvel appears in the 44-minute special episode of Marvel Rising, voiced by Kim Raver. Captain Marvel 2019. movie set in the 1990s, where Captain Marvel, serving as the MCU's first female protagonist. She is portrayed by Brie Larson. This version was originally a test pilot working under Dr. Wendy Lawson before she was shot down by the Kree while piloting a plane with an experimental engine, which granted her her powers. For her first appearance in her live-action eponymous movie, her binary powers take on a fiery appearance, which was influenced by a more scientifically accurate interpretation of her abilities compared to previous depictions. In this movie, she intends to end the Kree-Skrull War. Avengers Endgame 2019. In 2018, Danvers is summoned via the pager by Fury during the blip. Danvers returns to Earth and tracks the activated pager to the Avengers compound, where she meets Natasha Romanoff, Bruce Banner, James Rhodes, Rocket Raccoon, Steve Rogers, and Thor. She is then sent to rescue Tony Stark and Nebula, who were aimlessly drifting in the Benatar through space, and brings them back to the compound. She is grief-stricken when informed about the blip, and joins Banner, Nebula, Rhodes, Rocket, Rogers, Romanoff, and Thor in confronting Thanos on the Garden Planet. Danvers assists in subduing him when he reveals that he has destroyed the Infinity Stones to prevent his mission from being undone. Danvers then watches as Thor decapitates Thanos. In 2023, she has become a member of the Avengers under the leadership of Romanoff, involved in space missions, helping to quash post-blip chaos across the universe alongside Rocket and Nebula. Later, Danvers returns to Earth, after learning that the Avengers and their allies are engaged in battle with an alternate Thanos. She rescues them from a bombardment rained down from alternate Thanos' Sanctuary 2 warship and destroys it. She is then given the Nano Gauntlet and attempts to fly it into the Quantum Tunnel. However, she is stopped by Thanos, who incapacitates her with the Power Stone. Stark then sacrifices himself to win the battle, and Danvers later attends his funeral, reuniting with Fury in the process. Lego Marvel Avengers Climate Conundrum 2020. Captain Marvel appears in this series, voiced by Rebecca Shoichit. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings 2021. Captain Marvel appears in the movie mid-credit scenes. Wong escorts Shang-Chi and Katie to the Sanctum Sanctorum, where both Captain Marvel and Bruce Banner, via hologram, join the group to discuss the nature of Wenwu's rings. Bruce questions whether it could originate from the Chitauri, but Carol is unfamiliar with it. She asks how long Shang-Chi's father possessed them before he obtained them, and he reveals it was for roughly 1,000 years. Later, she tells Kate and Shang-Chi they can contact her via Bruce, but once she leaves, he states he doesn't have her number, and she frequently does that. What If 2021. Captain Marvel, voiced by Alexandra Daniels, first appears as a cameo character at the end of episode The World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes, summoned by Nick Fury after he found Captain America frozen in ice. She reappears in the 7th episode Thor Were an Only Child, where she was summoned by acting director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Maria Hill, to put a stop to Thor's party antics. She first arrived in Paris to confront the party god. WandaVision, the miniseries 2021. Captain Marvel never appears in the series, but she is mentioned. In the 4th episode, We Interrupt This Program, Monica hears Carol's voice in her head after being resurrected via the blip. In the 5th episode, On a Very Special Episode, Jimmy Woo argues that the only person who came close to killing Thanos besides Wanda was Captain Marvel, and Darcy recalls how she gained her powers from an Infinity Stone like Wanda. Flora and Ulysses, 2021. In the opening sequence of this movie, Flora is narrating on the nature of superheroes, and a montage is featured with many Marvel characters, and includes a comic panel of Captain Marvel, surrounded by adoring fans. Ron's Gone Wrong, 2021. Throughout the movie, the B-Bots have the ability to alter their exterior. A couple of them copy the likenesses of Captain Marvel and others superheroes. Ms. Marvel, the miniseries, 2022. Throughout the series, Kamala's bedroom is seen, decorated with images of the Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel doesn't appear in the first episode, but an animated version of her can be seen amongst the other heroes, as Kamala records the final chapter in her 10-part series about the battle against Thanos. Kamala also sports a shirt with Captain Marvel and Valkyrie in the episode. She physically appears in the final episode in the mid-credits scene. When Kamala's bangle begins to glow, Carol is mysteriously transported into Kamala's bedroom through unknown means, swapping places with Kamala. She breaks through Kamala's wardrobe door and recovers, to the shock of finding herself elsewhere. Carol panics and takes an exit. The Marvels, 2023. The movie dives deeper into Danvers' character and her complexities after her origin story was set up in Captain Marvel, 2019. Carol Danvers appears with Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan, where investigating a wormhole linked to the Kree, their powers become entangled with each other. The trio team up to determine why they are swapping places with each other every time they use their powers.